Good afternoon. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam Sports Report. Today's date is Saturday, March 11th, 2023. We'll start with the SEC. First, the Tigers take over the last. They may not be the most talented team, but they never quit. And they're relentless with their effort and get teams out of control. Kobe Bryant is the most improved player. Definitely in the SEC, maybe one of the most improved players in the country. Brown scores 24. Amari Haas scores 26. The Tigers will play Alabama. A team that is in fight for the number one seed overall with Kansas. Jayhawks, that gives you a preview of who I will maybe take for the NCAAM tournament overall one number seed tomorrow. Alabama was overmatched Mizzou in their first game. That was at home. Mizzou was out without their best player, Kobe Bryant. But the Chiefs were also on TV, so many people were probably not at the game. Many people were not watching the game, and that was including me. We've got more on the seeding tomorrow. We'll see where both Alabama and KU and Mizzou end up, and K-State, of course. The brackets, I have not exactly decided on what my idea is, though. Come in and watch my podcast tomorrow. Tip for Missouri and Alabama is at noon. My prediction is Missouri loses 81-76. The Tide are favored by 9.5. Vanderbilt will play Texas A&M in the second game of the day. Vanderbilt, whom a lot of people thought probably got into the tournament with the win yesterday. 5 in a row. I'd like to see Vanderbilt not make the tournament because Vanderbilt right now. Is it petty? Probably. Jerry Stackhouse won co-SEC Coach of the Year, and the other co-SEC Coach of the Year, Buzz Williams, won the SEC Coach of the Year along with Jerry Stackhouse. Is that a brand name? Yes. There's no question about that to me. As he should have earned, Dennis Gates should have earned Coach of the Year. Although he got a $1 million raise for each year next year on his contract. So that helps him probably more. He'd want $1 million than just any award. So I think he's okay with it right now. He got the $1 million contract award each year yesterday. Let's just say I had an argument with starting with Patrick Mahomes as a better role model than LeBron James, which he is. And Stephen A. Smith said he preferred LeBron James. I would be right, and I would make a better case. But because of his brand name, he wins. Well, the same thing happened at Dennis Gate. I hope Vanderbilt gets pummeled, but I see it ending in a close game. You're going to have to watch out for Vanderbilt's defense, who is tough, and Texas A&M's defense, who is tough. The second SEC, by looking, Joe Lenardi has Vanderbilt out. I might have Vanderbilt in. We'll see. If they get the win over A&M, I'll definitely have them in. Well, you'll have to see it all tomorrow. If they get blown out, lowers Vanderbilt chances. Tip is 30 minutes after the Mizzou game. Vandy, I've got losing 70-65. Big 12 games. Players, KU will play Texas. We'll give you a preview. Grady Dick and Jalen Wilson are the most consistent guys on KU. Jalen Wilson is consistent and is not going to make huge plays, but he's going to score points and quietly. But he'll probably lead the team in points. Texas and TCU were in a defensive battle as they won 66-60. KU went past Iowa State pretty easily. I want to bring out an old subject. I might be rooting for KU because I don't like Texas. Texas was the reason Missouri left the Big 12 and went to the SEC. And then Texas got cockier and is now moving to the SEC. Texas, that is. 2024. Why are you mad at us, KU? Or why were you mad at us? It was Texas's fault, not yours. That's a Sam Vaughn rant. Give me Kansas 78-70 as they get revenge on their mind as they lost the final game to Texas of the year. Players to watch out for Texas. Marcus Carr, who averages about 16 points a game. This is the conference championship. Tip is a 1. We'll go over the top 25 conference championship games and also the top 25 teams we did not mention. Here's that. Again, Alabama, Missouri will play. Missouri is 25. Tip is at 12, as we said. Ohio State, Purdue. Tip is at 12. Purdue is favored by 8 points in the Big Ten semifinals. In the American Athletic Conference, it will be number 1 Houston against Cincinnati. We'll see what they get rated tomorrow in the brackets for the NCAAA tournament. 2 p.m. is the game time. Vanderbilt and Texas A&M for the SEC semifinals is at 2 p.m. ESPN, 6 points or 30 minutes after the Mizzou game. Indiana, Penn State, 2:30. 4 is the line. Texas, Kansas, 2.5. 5 p.m. KU is favored in the Big 12 championship tonight in Kansas City. Utah State and San Diego State, 26-7, 26-6. San Diego State is favored by 1.5. Tip is on CBS. This will be the Mountain West Championship final. Xavier and Marquette. This should be a good game as Xavier is 15. Marquette is 6. 2 is a line. Tip is at 5:30. The Marquette has the former coach of Texas and BCU, Shaka Smart. They will play at 5:30. 2 is a line. Duke and Virginia play for the ACC tournament in New York. 2.5 is a line. 7:30 is a tip-off. And finally, the game of the night will be number 8, Arizona, and UCLA. Line is even. ESPN from New York, also in the Pac-12 championship. 9:30 is a tip-off. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam Sports.